Okay. Pause. That was crazy. All right, Your Hoops. Welcome to another week of Your Hoops Talk. I'm excited to, I've been slacking a little bit on the pod. I've been slacking. I'm not gonna lie. Life has been interesting. So, I've definitely been a little off. But we're back this week. And sorry, I just woke up from a nap. I just woke up from a little nap, so I'm a little lethargic. But I do have a few things I want to talk about today. I'm on my dolo today. This little logo right there up top, that thing is tiny. I gotta do better with that one. But I'm trying to do the podcast playback for the first time. I never did it on playback before. I usually use like an OBS or whatever. So I'm trying playback today. Sorry, it's hot. Try and playback today instead of using my OBS. Playback is it's a new way to stream, right? Honestly, this camera it look kind of clear on this drum. Look way better than OBS. But basically, like if you want to watch NBA games, it doesn't have to be strictly for NBA games. But if you want to watch it and you have like a favorite streamer or somebody that watches it that talks about sports, like so myself, I talk about sports and stuff. So, that's my content. You feel me? So I am a partner with Playback to where I usually watch mainly Lakers games though. So I mean, I watch all teams, but like if I'm gonna sit down and actually like, watch a sport, like it's gonna be my Lakers. So if you want to watch, if you're watching the Lakers or like my cousin do like the Sixers for the people that live here in Philly, they play the game and you can watch them watch the game and you can watch the game with them and they'll like react, talk about it, discuss, yada yada yada. Me, I'm very animated when I watch my Lakers. So hold on. Okay. So I'm very animated when I watch my Lakers. So like if you're watching me watch the Lakers and we acting crazy, it's an experience. It's an experience. I can get really upset. I can get really hype. I can talk crazy. A little bit of everything. So it's a good platform. If you don't have a way to watch NBA games, like if you don't have League Pass or something like that, as a creator, I can give you a pass, right? I can give you a VIP pass and you can join in and watch the game with me. You don't need to have your own League Pass or nothing like that. I can give you a pass if I want to. You feel me? So it's up to me on if I want to give you the pass or not. I don't have to, but I'm pretty fair. So like what I've been doing is I've been telling people like, hey, like if y'all want me to show love and give y'all a way to watch this game, you can show love back and follow my platforms. You can subscribe to me on YouTube. So when I drop a podcast like this, you can come over and watch the podcast. So that's what Playback is. It's a pretty neat platform. I like it. Whoever invented it was pretty smart. But let's get into the show for today. So first, we're going to talk about these NBA standings. So the NBA, I ain't gonna lie, the NBA it's a little weird this year. It's a lot of teams that I thought were going to be good, not good. A lot of teams can I move this? No, okay. A lot of teams that are good, well, not all of them, but just some teams that I thought were going to be good are not necessarily doing that well. But there are a few teams that I thought were going to be really bad that's actually okay. So like my predictions ain't been terrible, but they ain't been the best. So let's look at the Western Conference first. So you have OKC at number 1. Here are the teams, right? OKC, I'm not that surprised because they are the defending champs. But when you look at how good they're doing without J-Dub, that's where it gets interesting. Because he's their second best player, right? I mean, you can go between him or Chet, however you want to go about it. But what they're able to do without J-Dub, and I'm gonna talk about it later too, because that's one of the things that I wanted to discuss was them, how good they are playing, because I have to give credit where credit is due. If my man Drew is seeing this, they just beat the Lakers. Matter of fact, we'll talk about it later, because I don't want to, PTSD and all that. I don't want to talk about it. But so when you look at the standings, the Nuggets, I knew that they were going to be good. They have a team structured similar to how they was when they won the championship. It'll be interesting. Like, hang on, playoffs is gonna be so interesting. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be so interesting. But they have a similar team on how they thought. The Lakers are actually 3rd, the Rockets are 4th. I don't know why it's showing that. The percentage change. I thought it changed at the last game, but Lakers is ahead of the Rockets, I believe. Rockets, they have good players, even though you can, they don't got a point guard, All right, cool. But they got Kevin Durant and they got all these other niggas on the team that they were going to figure it out. I'm not too surprised about that. The Spurs. So this is interesting with the Spurs. So they started off the season really, really good. And they're still doing good, but they're having a few struggles. And one of the struggles that they're having to figure out is De'Aaron Fox, right? He's a good basketball player, so it's not like it's that much to figure out. You know what I mean? Like, if you're good, you're good. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a good basketball player, you can always find a way to fit in and figure out how you can be effective, right? De'Aaron Fox, his first game, he had about 20-something points, right? Let's see. He had about, I can't remember what game it was he came back on. When he came back, he had 20-something points. I think it was it? No, it was either the Pelicans or the Bulls. One of them games he came back and had 20-something. Yeah, against the Pelicans. Yes, he had 24 points, 3-3. Everybody was like, okay, cool. Like, all right, De'Aaron Fox back. That's cute. You know what I'm saying? And then where'd it go? Then they played against the Bulls. I think he had a solid game against or he didn't play. He did 21, 5, and 4. Not bad. Cool. And then you get to the 2 games against the Warriors. First of all, the Warriors beat them back-to-back. I wasn't expecting the Warriors to beat them back-to-back. The Warriors is another weird team where it's like they good, but they really not that good. But as long as you got Steph Curry, like, you got a chance, right? So they played against the Warriors twice. So the first one, and first of all, Steph Curry is just he's just not normal. He isn't normal. He hasn't been normal for a long time, right? He gave them back-to-back 40-piece. Back-to-back. Now, the Spurs is one of the top defensive teams in the league, obviously, because Wemby and all that other stuff, right? But to give them 40 back-to-back, what he has to do, he has to do this, right? Because their team lack in a lot of areas. You see this game, Jimmy had 28, but Jimmy, it's if he's getting free throws, he'll have 20. If he's not getting free throws, he's not going to have that many points. It's weird. It's like he struggled to score, or he's not really that aggressive. I don't understand it. But if he's getting his free throws, he's going to have a dub, right? They moved Kuminga back to the bench. This was supposed to be about the Spurs, but we here. They moved Kuminga back to the bench after a loss. Now, look, he has 0 points this game, right? They came out after one of their L's and was basically throwing shade towards him and all of that. Well, allegedly. And now Kerr moved him back to the bench. So you know that's going to mess with his head, mess with his confidence and stuff like that. He dropped 0 points this game. He only had 12 minutes. It's crazy. No, he should have just left. He should have left, but he wanted the money and all this other stuff when he should have just left. Whatever. That's on him. I think they'll trade him before the deadline. I think he'll get traded for sure. So look out for him going to the Kings. I pray to God the Warriors don't get no Sabonis or Zach LaVine. I pray they don't. But Kuminga's probably going to get traded. But yeah, so they played against the Warriors. They lost. De'Aaron Fox, 13 points. All right. You're playing against a big boy team now. You know what I mean? Ain't the Pelicans or the Bulls or nothing like that. This is a real team, right? 13 points, 5-5. Yeah, that's. And the Broncos just beat the Chiefs. Sheesh. Sheesh. The next time they played them, because it was back to back. This one was the NBA Cup game, right? Steph Curry, 49. He's insane. Spurs, De'Aaron Fox, 24, 10, and 4. That's not bad. Like he kind of did better, but he sold them this game because they had a chance to win the game, and instead of them throwing it to the 7'10" center that they had, generational talent, he decided to take a fadeaway jump shot, a fadeaway jumper, contested at the buzzer instead of passing it to their best player. He's their best player, not you, right? Like, you see how that go? Now, even though he had a good game, it doesn't matter. And also, he is leading. He has more turnovers than he has assists since he's been back. De'Aaron Fox. He has more turnovers than he has assists. Put that into perspective, bro. You're coming into this team, pause, and you have they already have a flow. They already have a system. Dylan Harper is out. Cool. Right? That should make it easier actually for you to integrate yourself because you don't gotta worry about stepping on his toes, right? Your scoring isn't that bad. You're struggling in some areas, but it isn't that bad. But you're turning the ball over. Like you're making the game more difficult than what it has to be. You have Wemby. It should be easy to give him the ball. But the problem is you're not trying to give him the ball. You're trying to get yours. And I get that. I understand that. But this ain't your show, bro. It ain't your show. So why did you stop showing my screen? You're back. Yeah, this ain't your show, right? So I'm sure they're going to figure it out. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. But that is something you got to look out for, is how he's been integrating himself with the Spurs while they're on this roll, right? But they've been playing well, though. Lakers beat them, as y'all see right here. Lakers beat them. De'Aaron Fox wasn't there, but you got to play who you got to play. Wayne had Braun. So next we got Suns. I'm not going to lie. The Suns is a surprise for me. They were supposed to be trash, right? Suns were supposed to be bad. They're at 8-5. Now they started off rough. Jalen Green is hurt. And they started off tough, and they've been trying to figure it out. D-Book has been trying his best to keep them afloat. They are 8-5, bro. And Jalen Green played 1.5 games, right? He played one game. He had like 20-some points. He looked well. The next game, he hurt his hamstring again, which is terrible. And prayers to him. Hopefully he get a speedy recovery. But hurt his hamstring again. Like the hamstring, groin, those type of injuries are really nagging. And it really, like, even when you feel good, it really only takes like one wrong move, and then everything comes back. All the pain comes back, right? So those are really weird injuries. So it's going to take him some time. He'll probably be out like another month, honestly. another month and some change to get fully healthy, because you don't want to rush it back again and then you hurt yourself again. You feel me? But they've been playing well. I mean, Dylan Brooks been hooping. Dylan Brooks. Let me. I kind of want to look at his last. Did I just put his name? Dylan Brooks. So this game is today against the Pacers. 32 points. 18 against the Mavericks. 18 against the Pelicans. 16 against the Clippers. And he was hurt before that, so he wasn't playing. So in the games he playing, like he probably averaging like 19, 20 points right now? He been hooping. Now, he's been historically known for not being a good shooter. So teams really weren't playing him, his jump shot. But he's been hooping. And he's been playing with confidence. And it's been helping them because they've been, I mean, this 4 for 13 is crazy. But he had 18 points. But he's been playing with a confidence that they need because D Book need help. He needs help. You feel me? So Dylan Brooks stepping into that role, and him like building confidence right now. Him building this confidence right now is really good for them, because when one, you need a number two. Now, when his number two comes back, when Jalen Green comes back, and Dylan Brooks got to move to the 3, now you got a second line of help and a third line of help. So this is needed. Like this is really good for them. And they're sitting at 8-5. Like I'm sure that's better than what they could have asked for. You feel me? They probably like, listen, we can take what we can get. You feel me? So that's really good for them that they have him stepping into like a role, and they're actually finding some cohesiveness and playing as a team. So them being 8-5, 6 seed, it's not bad. Better than the Timberwolves. I didn't expect them to be better than the Wolves. Ant missed a few games, and I think they lost maybe those 1 or 2 games that he missed. It might have been 3 games. But they're still holding the float. So that's not really that bad. Warriors, already talked about them. Blazers is 9th seed. They're not going to do much this year with no Dame. Like, I don't expect them to do much without Dame Lillard. But them being at 500, you gotta give them credit. And most of it is because of the leadership that they have with Drew Holiday and them. And their defense. Their defense has been some of the best in the league. It's just that they don't have that guy who can close games, right? So they'll be close they'll be in the games, they'll be close, but they have nobody who can close the games. And that's the problem. Yo, Josh, what's good, bro? I'm recording my podcast right now. For YouTube. Appreciate you tapping in with me, bro. So yeah, so Blazers, that's something that is surprising. So now if they're in the play-in, right? They're a team you don't want to play in the play-in. You don't want to play them, because even though they're not the best, Blazers in the play-in, because they'll probably be around 9-10, 8-9-10. If you, the Warriors, to play them in the play-in, yes, you can beat them, but you don't want to have to play a team like that, because they're going to play hard. They're going to play very hard, and they can surprise you. I ain't going to lie. They can surprise you. Everyone else, Jazz, I'm not surprised that they're bad. Clippers, Kawhi's hurt again. Typical Clipper vibe. Being hurt. Let me show my screen again. Typical Kawhi Leonard vibes being hurt. Not too surprised about that. James Harden has been playing very, very well. He's been looking like Houston James Harden. I'm not gonna lie. James Harden has been looking like how he was in Houston. He just had, I think they played today where he missed the game winner, but he had like 30 something and like 10. He had a crazy game, but he's been trying to carry him and trying to keep them in it. But sitting at 4-9, they can still like catch a stride later when Kawhi get back. But I'm not gonna lie, like as the teams start to like break apart and win more games, it's It's going to be hard, but if they can get back around 6, 7, 8, 9, I think they'll be okay for Kawhi to come back, and then they can make a late season push and sneak into the playoffs. But honestly, I'm a Lakers fan. I really don't care about the Clippers. I want them to lose every game. I want them to. So I don't care. But James Harden been hooping though. The Grizzlies situation, we understand how that is. John Moran don't look like he want to beat her, and he just got hurt. Ja just got hurt. Josh is cooked for the Clippers. Got Vintage Harden, but nothing to show for it. No, yeah. Well, Blazers, I don't want to say the Blazers. Oh, you saying if they fall off the cliff? Oh, yeah. I mean, Jazz already off the cliff. Jazz is 4-8. They off the cliff with the Clippers. Now, the Blazers, what I would say to what you just said is if the Warriors and Blazers fall off a cliff, that's the only way the Clippers can get in. The Blazers, I don't got much faith in them because they don't have their best player. Like, they're kind of just like that middle of the pack, like that team that can beat you on any night, but they're not going to make much noise. The Warriors are going to hold down probably 8, 7, 6 around that area. So unless they fall off a cliff, I think Suns might drop. Suns might drop a little bit unless they can stay playing. Like, 'cause I don't see Dylan Brooks averaging 20 for the season. I don't see that. But yeah, Grizzlies top 8 pretty much stay the same throughout the season. I don't know. I think the Suns going to drop, bro. Suns being up that high, I think they might drop. They weren't even supposed to be that high to begin with. Like, nobody really had much like expectations for them. So I think if any team is going to drop, it's probably going to be the Suns. But all the rest of the teams, yeah, I think that's pretty much the top teams right there. I definitely agree with that. Grizzlies, yeah, Ja Morant just got hurt. He's going to miss some time, so they're done. All the rest of these teams are done. Kings are about to have a fire sale at the deadline. They're going to have a fire sale. Everyone's getting traded, but probably Russ, right? All the Zach LaVine, he might get traded. Sabonis, DeRozan, like they just about to get clean house. They need draft picks. I don't think they have no draft picks. They need draft picks. So they're going to be looking for first rounders, second rounders. Yeah, blow it up. It's over. Blow it up. They're going to be looking for a lot of draft picks. So we'll see what happens. And the Pelicans 2-10, they're a hot mess. It's over. So let's move over to the Eastern Conference. Pistons at the number 1 seed is crazy. They are 11-2. They struggled the first few games. You think it's a fluke? 11-2. I don't know. Yo, Cade, like, they have defense. Their offense is, but they've been really guarding people. And Cade has been playing at an all NBA level. This is what has them 11-2. Now, they're in the East, so their schedules favor a lot of Eastern teams, and they're not that good. I mean, you're saying it's not going to last, but like, do I think they're going to stay the number 1 seed? No, I don't. So if you mean by that, I'm with you on that front. I do not think that they'll stay the number 1 seed. I think they'll reach some turmoil, and I feel like they're going to probably drop a little bit. But they're going to stay top 5. They're for sure going to stay top 5. I definitely see them staying top 5. Because I didn't know the Raptors was 8-5. That's actually interesting. The Hawks been playing better without Trae Young. Crazy enough. Let me see something. Okay, so Hawks been playing better without Trae Young. Now, I said this on my TikTok post. I said that if Trae Young, because he's looking for a contract extension, I don't know if he'll get it at this point. Now, first it was like, of course he got to get it. It's Trae Young. But why, like, when you think like an owner, why are you paying someone and you're not winning, right? They have not shown that they could put a great team together, so it's not necessarily Trae Young's fault. But why am I paying you a max contract when I can just rebuild, right? I can save money and rebuild. So I think if the Hawks keep winning and we're getting closer to the trade deadline, and I don't know when Trey's supposed to come back. I think it was like 3 more weeks. If Trey come back and they start losing, they're going to trade him on everything. You think Hawks and Grizz should swap stars? Ja would be good. Honestly, Ja would be good. I mean, I could see it. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind seeing them swap. I think it actually makes sense. But I don't think do Grizzlies got any draft picks? I don't know. Because they would have to make the money work. I don't know how much. Honestly, I think they probably should too. I can see Ja and Hawks. Like the Hawks and Ja, that's a good vibe. Like that's his vibe. Like that kind of environment. Like that's his vibe. Trey and Grizzlies, I don't know if he would want to be there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if he would want to be. I mean, who would want to be with the Grizzlies? I ain't gonna lie. Like that's just it's not the best situation. But honestly, the Hawks, if they get closer to the deadline and Trey either come back and they start losing or they continue winning without him, I can see them letting him go. So whether that's to the Grizzlies for Ja, if the offer presents itself, they would do it 100%. If the offer presents itself for them to trade Trey Young for Ja Morant, the Hawks are going to say yes, 100%. 100%. So Sixers, they were better. They've been hitting a little slump lately or whatever. Tyrese Maxey he's been playing really, really good. VJ Edgecombe, he kind of is coming back down to earth a little bit after his crazy start to the season. You said they're trash? Now, he started off the season really, really good. I knew that wasn't going to last because, like, he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? But he's been coming back down to earth a little bit statistically. But he's still been playing pretty well. Paul George should be back soon. Embiid, he's been having a few knee problems because I think he kind of, been doing too much. He said it's fraudulent. I don't know. He was hooping, man. Like, I think he's starting to hit that not the rookie wall. I mean, it might be the rookie wall. He might be hitting the rookie wall a little bit. Because he definitely, it's like as he like started to like decrease, Cooper Flag started playing better. But the best rookie so far been Con Knuckle in Charlotte. He averaging like what 16, 17. He's been the most consistent rookie out of all of them. So Embiid, I don't think he's done yet. I think you got to give him to the end of the season, right? See how he finished off this year. See how many games he played. If he can play at least 50 games, I'll take it. Play at least 50 games. But anything less than that, 30? If he played 30 games, they got to look to move on. They got to trade him. If he could only give them 30 games after having a year off, you got to go. You're making too much money. You're making entirely too much money. The process but that's the thing. Like a process is supposed to lead to something, right? Like it's the process to gradually get to something. They ain't get to nothing. They ain't get to a thing. They did waste their assets, and then you gave Paul George all of this money, and he's not even playing. He's been. I know he's been dealing with all these injuries, but golly, like this is why in the NBA you don't give older players these contracts. They gave him a 4-year contract. Giving an older player a 4-year, like that it wasn't that smart. It really wasn't. So now they're kind of they probably regret it. I'm not gonna lie, they probably regret it. Because he played 10 games? So it's been bad. Bucks just lost to the Lakers last night. Got whooped, got belt handed to him. That was a good dub for us. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, very much a blowout. It was a great dub for us. I'm proud of the Lakers, proud of Luka, proud of Reeves. Reeves had a great game. Luka had 40 on 9 field goals made. That's different. Now, I know it's all this foul baiter, foul merchant thing. They talk about Shea. Luka is worse than Shea. I'm going to be honest. Luka legit tries, like he goes in trying to draw the foul. If he doesn't, he's going to shoot a 3. Like Luka offense is actually kind of crazy. Like he's a worse foul baiter than SGA. I genuinely believe that. It's gonna be hard for Luka to get the MVP unless we can, like, us losing to OKC was, I ain't gonna lie, that was bad for the MVP case. I know it's still early, so the next few times that we play them, we're gonna have to either beat because we played them 4 times. They got 1 on us. We gotta at least beat them 2 out of the 4 times. I'm not gonna lie, and Luka gonna have to play. Shay do be getting ghost calls. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but that's what I was saying too. Bron, I was telling my friend that Bron is gonna be here, so it's gonna make the next matchup. I think it's not till like February. It's gonna be different having Bron because all that pressure in and all that full court stuff and the way they was playing defense, like it was cute. But when you got Bron going to the rim, that attracts so much of that defense. All we gotta do is hit shots. That's all we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't double team everybody. You cannot double team. There ain't. I know y'all a great defensive team, but y'all can't guard everybody. You feel me? So and nobody on a team can guard Bron. Like they don't got nobody big enough on a team that can stop Bron. So that's going to definitely change the dynamic of the game. They're going if they're healthy, they're going to probably put Lou Dort on Bron and put Jay Will on Luka. I guess. I promise you, Luka not gonna have another bad game against them. Next game, next time we play them, Luka gonna have about 30-something points for sure. Bulls came back down to earth. They're 6-5 now. I think Giddey got hurt after he got his ankle snatched by DeAndre Hunter. He's been out with an injury ever since, and which is crazy to be hurt off of getting your ankle snatched. I ain't gonna lie, that's actually kind of crazy. But yeah. So Bulls are coming. I think Kobe White is gonna be back again soon. I think next week. Kobe White is back next week, so they'll probably have another scorer. That's the next game. Oh, that's the next game. Oh, that's today. Oh, he back today. Kobe White back today. So they got another scorer for them. All right, and I ain't gonna talk about nobody else because all the rest of the team's trash. Heat, they missing T Hero. The Celtics been mid. They won against the Clippers today though. All right, next thing I'm gonna talk about because I got to get through this podcast real quick. So OKC has been the best team in the league by far. It's not even a question, right? So SGA is averaging 32 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists on 53% field goal rating. And he has missed the fourth quarter, I think, in 5 games, right? As Josh said, I don't think that they're going to win the chip. I don't think that they're going to repeat. I don't. I think they would have lost last year if Tyrese Halliburton didn't get hurt, to be honest. But they're playing great. And they're a great regular season team right now. I get that. But we've seen this before in other teams. Now, Aaron Gordon, yeah, like they got some luck. Like they had got some luck getting to the championship, right? I'm not gonna lie, they actually seem like they're playing better this year than they were last year, though. So I'll give them that. I think that their players got better. You know what I'm saying? Shea, it looks really easy for him right now. He's not playing fourth quarters, bro. Like that's some Steph Curry stuff, right? They played the Lakers and whooped us. And I want to talk about some of you can't see that. I want to look at some of these defensive plays because they actually looked really good.
They've been excellent on the road except for one game. This is the third game of a 5-game trip.
So, and this was makes me so mad about the Lakers, bro. Is like we have too many players that don't know what to do with the ball if it's not just catch and shoot. And they use that against us. Now, in this play, you got Chet having to guard 2 people right now. Now, Luka's smart. Luka's able to look one way and make another pass because he understands like human nature and people like, oh, he's gonna think that I'm gonna throw it here, so I'm gonna throw it over here. Like Luka's really good at that. Now he hit Ayton right here because he thought Chet. He's like, okay, Chet is behind him, so that should be easy. It should be an easy bucket. But Ayton goes up so soft. Now Ayton he's been playing well, but he goes up so soft, bro. And that's the one thing I miss about Anthony Davis because if AD is close enough to dunk it, he's going to dunk it. Like, it don't matter if it's someone under there or not. If he's close enough to dunk the ball, he'll dunk the ball, bro. Now, listen. Aggression from certain players isn't always good. Because if you see, Jake LaRavia is very aggressive, but sometimes he just be doing dumb stuff. Sometimes I want him to be less aggressive. So, like, Ayton's good and he's playing well within the system. But he just got to dunk the ball, bro. Like, you're 7 foot, bro. Now, that's why you got blocked. Because you didn't dunk it. You should have grabbed it one step, dunk. You're 7 foot, bro. So, and they understand this. Now, in this play here, Austin Reeves. This is just a seatbelt, right? This is just seatbelt work right here. I don't even know who that guy is guarding him. I don't know who that is. This isn't a player who's made a name for himself. So for Austin Reeves, this is embarrassing that you got locked up. Like, this is crazy. 1-on-1. They're double teaming Luka, but Reeves get the ball. They like, nah, he got him. Like, this is crazy. Oh, my screen. Wait, they gotta stop doing that. Hold on. All right. Simple seatbelt. No one's help. They're not doubling Reeves. They're not doubling Reeves. And Reeves came out really aggressive this game. Come back down. Bad pass. But that's what happens when you get in pressure. Jake LaRavia being aggressive. LaRavia spins right into Ayton can't catch the ball.
Ayton right there to help out, but Holmgren picks up the errant pass.
There's just double teaming Luka again. This is their plan. We're going to double team and pressure Luka and makes Vandal in the game, LaRavia in the game, Hayes in the game. All right, double team Luka and make somebody else have to make a play. Luka has to pass it. Bad pass, but
deflected. Caruso. That's 5 turnovers for the Lakers.
Probably shouldn't have bounced it.
Joe gets inside, finds Caruso. Nobody near him, so he shoots and scores. Reeves gets the rebound.
Reeves coming up. Single coverage. Forcing it. Forcing it. Chet is 7'2".
Mitchell, a crossover. Beautiful move inside. Flips it up. On go. Rebound.
This is a fast break.
Caruso comes from behind.
Yes, overhelping too.
Yep.
Not paying attention.
Caruso, 3-pointer. Puts it in.
And they were hitting their shots. We were down 20 in the second quarter. It's crazy. That's on Austin Reeves not paying attention.
Caruso's having none of it. That's just a dead sprint, making a play on the ball, and then caps it off by just trailing into this three. Demoralizing for the Lakers on both ends. This guy's going to the second round of the draft.
What? Wait, what are you doing? Wait, I ain't even peep. Wait, what is Reeves?
This guy's going to the second round of the draft.
What pass was there?
This is a
lack of effort, but I don't even think it was just effort. I think it was just their pressure forced stupidity.
Career numbers for him.
What are you doing? You see what I'm saying? Their pressure forced stupidity. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is a simple DeAndre Ayton, simple pick and roll, grab, screen. How do you not catch the ball? How do you not catch the ball right here? Like, I'm not understanding that. but the pressure creates stupidity. OKC's pressure creates stupidity, bro. This is insane.
Ayton couldn't handle a pass. AJ Mitchell comes the other way.
So basically, what I'm saying is OKC has the best defense right now in the league. They have players that they got through the draft that somehow, some way, they got them playing first team all defense. They made the Lakers look. They made them look crazy, bro. Like they made Luka and the way Luka and Austin was getting strapped up, like Luka wasn't getting no foul calls. SGA wasn't getting them neither. So it was like the refs was just like, okay, so who can get a bucket? Like who can go out there and actually show like, we play basketball. Like we're not going to use the refs to help us win, right? And that was SGA. SGA was just getting a bucket. Whoever in front of me, Austin Reeves, he was guarding them, getting torched. Marcus Smart was getting his ankles took. Like it was nasty. And Luka just couldn't do anything. It got to the point where even because they only doubled when certain players were on him. So like if Caruso was guarding him straight up, they wasn't doubling all the time. They would just let him guard, right? So that was interesting too. So they had a really good game plan to guard them, and they used our lack of playmakers against us. And I feel like when we get Bron back, that's going to be something that won't work because we'll have three playmakers on the field with Luka, Austin, and LeBron that they won't be able to do that. That's not going to work. All right. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is this scandal. Oh, yeah, Bron. Yeah, definitely. The last thing I'm going to talk about is this scandal and what the NBA is doing right now. Share my screen. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna read this. So I'm not gonna read all of it. So basically, like the NBA asked multiple teams to give them certain documents, a part of their investigation and like the gambling stuff. So Damon Jones, Chauncey Billups, they got arrested. Terry Rozier, they got arrested to being a part of the whole gambling situation thing, right? So Damon Jones, allegedly, he received information from somebody in the Lakers about players being out and stuff like that, which made him go and bet, right? It don't even sound that bad when you think about it, but it's illegal, I guess. Like, because if you just receiving information prior than everyone else, is that really illegal? Like, it's not like I told him, oh, sit out so I can place this bet. He just received information. But hey, I don't know. But so people think that because he's close with LeBron, like that's his guy. You know what I'm saying? Like they played on the same team. Like they're actually good friends. So people think that, he received information. Oh, Bron, like, oh, I ain't gonna play, or somebody from Bron's camp, like, yo, he not gonna play. Like, you could put this bet out ahead of time before they take him off. You know what I'm saying? And so now the NBA, they want phone records, they want text messages, they got specific people that they want this information from, so they can get to the bottom of who, where, and what. You feel me? Now, my problem with this is the NBA looked into Terry Rozier last year, and they didn't find nothing. Oh, we ain't find nothing. But then yet Terry Rozier got arrested this year by the FBI. So the FBI found stuff that the NBA didn't. So, and what also has me thinking, like, y'all starting this investigation, but when the information came out about the Clippers, y'all silent. The guy, what's his name? Pablo Torres. He dropped document after document about the Clippers doing some crazy activity for Kawhi Leonard. And the NBA basically just act like they don't see nothing. Oh, we'll look into it. And the reason why they acting like they don't see nothing is because the All-Star game is at the Clippers stadium. They don't want to mess that up. Like when you're planning the All-Star game, it's a lot that goes into planning the All-Star game, where it's going to be at, getting hotels ready, getting local businesses together ready for the All-Star game. The All-Star game is a big like event. You can't just say, all right, chalk them, we're going to go to this other city. It doesn't work because you also got to, stadiums are used for other things more than just NBA games. So you can't just say, oh, let's just move it for the to the Lakers. The Lakers stadium is always used for Grammys and all this other stuff. So you literally can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So they have this plan to use the Clipper Stadium. So I understand why they don't want to, oh, let's go look into the Clippers and find them and move the All-Star game. I get it. It's going to be too much. So if there is some validity into what Pablo is saying about the Clippers, we're not going to hear nothing about the Clippers investigation until after the All-Star game, maybe even after the season. So I'm not too surprised about that. But my Lakers being included in this, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? This is my team. The NBA is cooked, and it's their fault. Honestly, Adam Silver has not been a good commissioner. Too much stuff is happening under his regime. Yeah. Is Gabe, Dalton, Vando, all them niggas is their fault. They was gambling. They can go. They was gambling for sure. And if Jake have a bad game again, it was his fault too. He was gambling. But honestly, like under Adam Silver, it's been too much going on. Like David Stern didn't allow none of this crap. You ain't hear about. I mean, you heard about little stuff, but he did so good with making sure the NBA stays in a good light that you didn't hear too much scandals going on. Under Adam Silver, the All-Star game trash. You got niggas getting arrested. You got what else? Like it's just like I don't even know. It's just a bunch of stuff. Like Adam Silver, like all these TV services now that we gotta have and pay for in order to watch the games and all of that. Like it's just too much, bro. So Adam Silver hasn't been the best GM, and he got to get it together, honestly. But hey, that is something that they gotta figure that out. But that's it for the pod for today.